I heard the truth the night you said nothing. Your quiet cut deeper than a shout. You looked at me with tired eyes, like love was something fading out. I held my breath waiting for answers, but your silence spoke more. Every second felt like thunder in a room too small. I tried to reach for you, but your heart was out of touch. Funny how the quiet things can hurt this much. These are the scars silence left behind, the wounds you made without a single line. You didn't say goodbye, but the quiet told me why. That you no longer wanted to be mine. Yeah, yeah. These are the scars your silence left behind. You used to fill the room with laughter. Now I drown inside the still. The empty spaces you created are the ones I can't rebuild. I try to find a softer meaning in the quiet between your breaths, but silence has a way of saying things louder than regret. You didn't break me screaming, you broke me walking past. Sometimes it fades too fast. These are your scars left behind, the bruises echoing inside my mind. You never said we're done, but the quiet felt like one, a truth you left for me to find. Yeah, these are the scars your silence left behind. Maybe words weren't enough to say what we became. Maybe silence was your answer when you couldn't say my name. But healing feels much harder when the hurt was soft and blind, when the deepest cuts were carved out what you didn't say inside. These are the scars your silence left behind, where your love used to fall. I'm learning how to breathe with the way you didn't see, trying to leave your quiet in the past behind. But still my heart reminds of the scars your silence left behind. You came into my life like summer, soft warmth underneath my skin. You kissed me like the sun was rising, like every moment could begin. You held me close without a warning, like rain falling in July. But seasons change without a reason. summer used to live. You love me like a season, warm one day, the next you're gone. You brought the light and took it back before the night could carry on. I gave you every part of me, but you changed without a reason. Yeah, you love me just enough to leave me. Like a season. You felt like spring in all my shadows, made flowers grow inside my chest. You made me bloom in ways I never dreamed a broken heart could bless. But autumn came inside your eyes, a colder truth you wouldn't speak. You turned from gold to gray so quickly. I fell in love with what you leave. You changed your heart like weather, without warning, without pain. But loving you felt like holding on to skies that never stay. You love me like a season. You warmed me, then you froze. You pulled me in so beautifully, then let me go when the wind rose. I tried to hold the sun in place, but you turned cold without a reason. Yeah, you loved me just enough to leave me like a season. Maybe you were never meant to stay through every storm. Maybe I was just a summer you used to feel warm. But I won't break in winter just because you slipped away. Some hearts stay blooming even after seasons change. You love me like a season, a moment passing through. But I'm learning how to let go of the warmth I had in you. And though you left me in the cold, my heart will find its reason to heal from loving someone who loved me like a season. You like a season.
I thought time would make it easier, but time just keeps you close. I feel you in the quiet moments, in the places I miss most. I find traces of your laughter in the corners of my mind. And every time I breathe you in, I'm pulled back to our time. I keep telling myself I've healed, but the heart moves slow, not fast. You're not here in the present, but you never left my past. 'Cause your memory feels like yesterday, still warm like you just walked away. I see your shadow in the morning light. I hear you breathing in the quiet night. Though the years keep trying to fade your face, my heart don't work that way. Your memory feels like yesterday. Ooh, feels like yesterday. I still reach across the blankets, thinking you might still be there. Some habits stay like scars inside, some moments never tear. I replay the way you held me, like your hands could stop the rain. But seasons changed around me,
I stayed the same. I know I should let go, but letting go is hard to do. You're still the voice inside my dreams, still the truth I once knew. 'Cause your memory feels like yesterday, still glowing in a gentle way. You left, but you left slow in me, like fading sunlight by the sea. And even when I try to find today, my heart drifts where you stay. Your memory feels like yesterday. Feels like yesterday. Oh, maybe love don't disappear, it just settles in the air. Maybe that's why I still feel you, yeah. In the moments you're not there, yeah. I know tomorrow's waiting, yeah. But I'm stuck inside the past, holding on to pieces, yeah, of a love that didn't last. Oh, your memory feels like yesterday, so close it steals my breath away. I walk forward but you follow me, soft as fading melody. And even when the colors start to gray, there's still a part of me that stays, where your memory feels like yesterday. The door closed off, but it hit like thunder. Left me standing in the quiet of your absence. You didn't look back when you walked away, just vanished like a breath in the coldest air. I told myself I'd heal in time, that the hurt would fade with every dawn. But some goodbyes leave deeper marks in the love they're carved upon. You didn't just leave the room, you left pieces of me behind. And I'm trying to let them go, but they stay tangled with your goodbye. I still carry the weight of your goodbye, like a shadow on my chest. Every night I try to breathe, but you're still there in the spaces in the air. I'm moving on, but not inside. Yeah, I still carry the weight of your goodbye. I found you sweating near the window, still holding on to the shape of your memory. I sat down and held it like a prayer, hoping maybe your scent would comfort me. But comfort never comes that easy. Now when love is with quiet pain, you took your heart and left the silence. Now the silence, where's your name? Everyone says it gets better, but better can't find me yet. There's still a heaviness I carry in every breath I haven't met. I still carry the weight of your goodbye, like a storm that never learned to die. I try to stay with your memories fading slow. But healing feels like lifting mountains when your ghost refuses to let go. I'm stronger than the ache you left, but not strong enough tonight to set down what still hurts in the places you touched right. I still carry the weight of your goodbye, even though I know I'll be alright. Someday your shadow will break free, and I'll learn to breathe without the weight. But till my heart learns how to try, I still carry the weight of your goodbye. It's the way the night falls quiet, how the room forgets your voice. I listen for your footsteps, but the silence makes the choice. Every shadow feels much heavier, every heartbeat feels too slow. I hear the echoes of you leaving in the spaces you let go. The sky reminds me of you, heavy gray and full of air, and every drop that hits the window sounds like all the hearts we break. Your absence sounds like rain, soft but heavy in my veins. Every drop reminds me of the love we couldn't save. You're gone but not gone quite yet. Your memory never fades. Yeah, your absence sounds like rain. I thought time would move me forward, but the storm keeps pulling back. I try to find the sun again, but clouds keep painting you in black. I close the curtain slowly, trying not to drown inside. But when the rain starts whispering, I feel everything we hide. And I swear the world gets colder when your name falls through my mind. The tears blend with the weather, it's a sadness intertwined. Your absence sounds like rain falling where your warmth should stay. Every drop that hits the ground is another thing you didn't say. I try to outrun the echo, but the storm still knows your name. Yeah, your absence sounds like rain. Maybe the sky is grieving the way I'm grieving you. Maybe thunder is the heartbreak we both never worked through. And if the storm is speaking all the words we never said, then maybe that's why rainfall feels like you inside my head. Your absence sounds like rain, a quiet hurt I can't contain. Every heartbeat drips with memories of the love we couldn't save. I keep waiting for the clearing, but Some storms don't fade away. Your absence still sounds like rain.
You were sitting at the edge of something, eyes drifting like a wave about to break. I could feel the truth you wouldn't tell me, a quiet tremble only silence makes. We kept talking around the surface, but our hearts were underneath. Yeah. You were reaching for the exit while I held on to belief. Your voice was full of chapters you were scared to let unfold, and mine was full of questions I was too afraid to hold. These are the unfinished words between us, the ones we never said out loud, heavy like the space you left behind the day you walked out of this house. If love had one more sentence, maybe we'd still be enough. But we broke in all the quiet of unfinished words between us. I still hear the way you sighed that night, like goodbye was hiding in your breath. You looked away before you said it. Truth was whispered by your chest, and I try to read your heartbeat like a letter left unread, but all I found were empty lines where your promises once lived. We let the meaning sink instead of pulling it to light. Two lips too scared to tell the truth, and hearts too tired to fight. These are the unfinished words between us, still echoing where you once stood. All the things we should have spoken but somehow never understood. If love had one more moment, maybe we'd right what we lost, but we drifted into distance on unfinished words between us. Maybe someday you'll remember everything we couldn't say. Maybe we were just too fragile for the truth to find a way. But silence shapes a story just as much as spoken lines, and ours was left unwritten somewhere deep in our minds. These are the unfinished words between us, still hanging like a fading call. I wish we'd found the courage to say anything at all, 'cause maybe we were saving what we didn't want to lose. But we broke in quiet pieces of the words we couldn't use.
The morning light is breaking slowly, painting shadows where you used to lie. Your pillow still remembers you, it holds the shape of our last night. I reach across the empty comfort, but all I touch is an ache. It's wild how someone's warmth can stay right after all their love escapes. I thought the cold would hit me first, but warmth is what I found. And somehow that hurts worse than if your side was turning down. Your side of the bed is still warm, like your heart didn't really move on. Like the night is trying to tell me you're not fully gone. I know you walked away, but the heat you left won't conform. 'Cause your side of the bed is still warm. The blanket carries all your breathing, soft reminders I can't shake. It feels like you just slipped away to pour a glass or take a break. When morning truth hits harder than the quiet ever could. Your touch is fading slowly, but still feels closer than it should. I thought time would cool the sheets, but time's been moving slow. It's hard to let the warmth fade when it's all I have of you to hold. Your side of the bed is still warm, holding on like love reborn. I close my eyes and breathe you in, though I know you won't return. I keep lying to myself just to feel your ghost transform into heat. On your side of the bed, still warm. Maybe the warmth will leave tonight, maybe it'll turn cold like truth. But until the bed forgets your skin, I'll be holding on to prove that love can linger gently even when it's torn apart. And warmth can stay a little longer than the breaking of a heart. Your side of the bed is still warm, soft as every memory born. I'm waking up without you, but your touch hasn't fully gone. I know someday it'll fade, but right now it keeps me torn between letting go and holding on. 'Cause your side of the bed is still warm.
You were breaking in the silence, I was breaking trying to speak. You were tired of all the questions, I was begging you to see. You let go without a warning, I held on with all my might. You walked away in gentle footsteps, a shattered heart that night. We were reaching for each other, we're searching in separate skies. Some loves don't break together, they fall apart on different sides. We broke in different ways, yours was quiet, mine was flames. You slipped out like fading daylight, I collapsed like pouring rain. You said we both move on someday, but healing hits at different pace. Yeah, we loved in different hearts, and we broke in different ways. You let go inside your heartbeat, long before you let me know. I was fighting for the future. You already chose to let go. You were drifting toward the distance. I was drowning where I stood. Some bandits whisper kindly, some never feel that good. We were falling out of rhythm, losing pieces, losing space. Two souls in the same story, but hurting at different rates. We broke in different ways. You found calm while I found pain. You slipped out like morning leaving. I fell hard and couldn't change. I thought love could still be safe, but you'd already left that place. Yeah, we loved with different truths, and we broke in different ways. Split so softly, one heart barely feels a tear, while the other heart is bleeding from a wound that's always there. Maybe both of us are healing, just not in the same light. You moved on with quiet footsteps. I'm learning how to survive the night. We broke in different ways, and I'm learning that's okay. You let go like gentle water. I broke down like crashing waves, and though the hurt still fills my day, I know we did the best we could. We just loved and lost in different ways. In different ways.
Lately when you hold me, it don't feel the same as then. Your hands are on my body, but your heart's not leaning in. You kiss me like you're thinking, like your mind is somewhere else. And I can feel the fading in the spaces we once held. You say nothing's wrong, but the truth is in your touch. And silence can't be louder when love stops saying much. Touch me like you used to, like I'm the only one you see, like your hands still know the way into the deepest part of me. Hold me like you mean it, like love ain't slipping through. Touch me like you used to, before I started losing you. I remember how you'd pull me, like your world was in my skin. Now it feels like you're just trying not to hurt me with the end. You say you're only tired, but I know tired from letting go. And lately every moment feels like something you don't know. Maybe love can slowly dim without a single sign, but your hands feel like winter where they once felt like mine. Touch me like you used to, when your heartbeat matched my breath, when your fingers spoke the truth. you're scared just like I am, 'cause losing you in pieces hurts more than losing you in one slam. Touch me like you used to, like your love ain't turning thin, like you still feel the lightning when your hands are on my skin. I'm begging for a feeling that we somehow outgrew. Touch me like you used to, before I started losing you. Started losing you. Started losing you.
I still see us in the corners of the room we used to fill. Your laughter lingers in the curtains. Your heartbeat echoes when it's still. I keep walking through our memories like a hallway made of gold. Every step reminds me softly of the things we needed more. You didn't take your shadow when you left me standing here. You stayed inside the silence, growing louder every year. Now I'm living in the shadows of the love we lost, trapped inside the echoes of a broken cause. Every moment feels like pieces of a truth we couldn't cross. Yeah, I'm living in the shadows of the love we lost. Fingerprints are on the windows. Your dreams still sleep between the sheets. I try to change the room around me, but the past keeps haunting me. You're gone but not forgotten, not the way I hoped you'd be. You linger like a faded song, still stuck inside me. I try to light a candle, but the darkness stays in place. It's hard to chase the shadow when they wear your shade. Now I'm living in the shadows of the love we lost, a future that we built that never came across. Every memory, every whisper feels like frost we couldn't thaw. Yeah, I'm living in the shadows of the love we lost. It just hides inside the night. Maybe healing is just learning how to live without the light. But letting go feels heavy when your ghost won't give me rest, and the shadows keep reminding me of the parts we never blessed. I'm I'm still living in the shadows of the love we lost, trying to find myself beneath the broken frost. Every sunrise makes me wonder if the past is worth the cost. Still I'm standing in the shadows of the love we lost.
We didn't break in one big moment. There wasn't fire, there wasn't rain. Just little pieces falling softly till nothing felt the same. You smile like nothing's missing, but your eyes were looking far. I reached for you in conversation, but forgot where your heart was. I felt the distance growing in the quiet of your touch, and love slipped through our fingers without shaking us too much. This is what it feels like when love forgets to stay, when the warmth turns into silence and the nights turn into gray. You didn't leave with warnings, you just slowly slipped away. Yeah, this is how it feels when love forgets to stay. You used to hold me like a promise, now you hold me like a friend. And every I love you feels borrowed, like words you won't say again. I keep pretending we're still shining, but shadows paint our every move. You're near enough to touch me, far enough to lose. We didn't choose the ending, but it found us just the same. Two hearts growing quiet in a love that lost its flame. This is what it feels like when love forgets to stay, when your laughter turns to distance and your warmth begins to fade. You didn't walk out crying, but you walked out anyway. Yeah, this is how it feels when love forgets to stay. It's tired when the world becomes too loud. Maybe hearts lose their color when they try to blend the clouds. But I wish we had a moment where you told me you were gone, instead of fading softly like a half-remembered song. This is what it feels like when love forgets to stay, a quiet kind of heartbreak that won't go away. You didn't close the door hard, you just drifted out one day, and now I'm standing here with the pieces love forgot to stay. left the house full of silence, walking past the truth we feared. Every word felt like a warning, every touch felt unclear. We carried memories like burdens, too heavy for a love this thin. Instead of talking through the fractures, we just covered them with skin. You looked at me like leaving was the only thing to do. But love don't fall apart in storms, it breaks in quiet too. We're just broken things we never fixed, feelings that we lost in the mix, shattered dreams on shaky ground, pieces scattered all around. We tried to hold on through the twist, but some wounds cut too deep to stitch. Yeah, we're broken things we never fixed. I still remember how we tried once, holding tightly to a slip. But effort don't mean anything when your hope begins to dip. We stitch love up with tired hands, but the seams were coming loose. Every night was just a moment where we chose what we refused. We didn't want to face it, didn't want to see the flaws. But denial is just a habit that keeps breaking without pause. We're just broken things we never fixed, promises we left half mixed, words we swallowed, tears we hid, truths we ran from, things we did. We tried to love through all the risks, but some cracks you just can't twist. Yeah, we're broken things we never fixed. Maybe love was never supposed to stay perfect all the way. Maybe heartbreak grows in shadows where the light forgets to stay. But if we'd only spoken sooner, if we'd faced what hurt the most, maybe we'd still be together instead of living with your ghost. We're just broken things we never fixed, haunted by what we dismissed. Every fragment tells a story of a love that still exists, but time won't glue the pieces that our silence couldn't lift. We're broken things, just broken things we never fixed. We never fixed. I miss you when the night gets heavy, when the world slows down its sound. I miss you in the corners where your laughter once was found. I miss you in the mornings when the sun feels far away. Every quiet moment breaks me in 1,000 subtle ways. I'm not lonely for the world, I'm lonely hold me like love couldn't compromise. I miss you in all my quiet places, in the spaces where your warmth once lived, in the shadows where your touch still feels like something I can't give. I miss you in the minutes when my heart slows down and faces every truth I can't outrun. Yeah, I miss you in all my quiet places. I miss you when the moon is aching, pouring silver on the floor. Your absence paints the silence in the shape of what we were before. I miss the way you filled the room even when you didn't speak. Now the stillness feels like thunder that grows louder every week. I'm not aching for a new love, I'm aching for your name, for the way you said it softly, like a prayer without shame. I miss you in all my quiet places, where your memory still traces every echo of your heartbeat, still plays softly in these spaces. I miss you in the dark, where your light left subtle traces. Yeah, I miss you in all my quiet places. Maybe healing takes a long time when the silence feels like you. Maybe quiet is a language for the things we never knew. But every time the world calms down, your ghost slips through my mind, and I'm reminded once again of everything we left behind. I miss you in all my quiet places, where your presence never fades, in the corners of my heart where your tenderness was made. I miss you in the stillness where my soul no longer races. Yeah, I miss you more than I can say. In all my quiet places. I try to let you fade out slowly, try to give my heart some space, but every quiet breath I take still brings me back to your embrace. The nights are filled with echoes of the moments we once held. I breathe the air of yesterday, a truth I never tell. You're not here, but somehow still your presence moves inside of me. I try to shake it off, but some love refuses to leave. Your name still lives in my breathing, floating soft with every sigh. Every inhale feels like holding on, every exhale asks me why. I feel you in the smallest moments. When the world is standing still, your voice becomes the oxygen my lonely nights can't fill. I talk to ghosts of something real, whisper truths into the dark. Some loves don't go with footsteps, they stay beating in your heart. You slipped away in silence, but silence didn't take your trace. Your name still lingers gently like a shadow I can't erase. Oh, your name still lives in my breathing, in the hush between each beat. Every rise feels like your memory, every fall feels incomplete. I try to let the past unwind, but your echo keeps repeating it. Yeah, yeah. Your name still lives, still lives. Yeah, yeah. Maybe healing isn't leaving, maybe it's learning how to stay with the pieces someone gave you, even after they walk away. I know you're gone, but something stays, something quiet, something true. A gentle part of yesterday still breathing me back to you. It's been hours since you left here, but your scent is in the air. On the pillow in the doorway, on the shirt you used to wear. I'm walking through the shadows of the moments we just made, and every breath I take tonight still echoes how you stayed. I know you said it's over, said we needed something new, but the night won't let me forget. It still carries you. The night still smells like you, like your warmth, like your truth, like your hands around my waist, like we never said we're through. I breathe you in like memory, like a love I can't undo. Tracing where you touch me, like the air can bring you back. Your perfume is on the curtain, your heartbeat on the soundtrack. I swear the room is haunted by the way you held me tight. And though your body's gone from here, your presence owns the night. I'm trying not to crave you, trying not to fall apart, but sin is just a whisper that goes straight into the heart. The night still smells like you, soft and heavy, deep and true, like your breath against my skin, like the way you love me through. I close my eyes and fall again into the warmth I once knew, 'cause tonight still smells like you. Every corner, every view. I try to breathe the world alone, but it keeps pulling me to you. And even when the dawn breaks in, your memory lingers too. Like you. I've been walking through the moment where we used to feel alive. Every step reminds me slowly how the world changed overnight. I keep reaching for the version of the love we used to know, but the more I chase the memory, the further you seem to go. I tell myself to move on, but moving on feels strange, 'cause healing doesn't happen when the heart refuses change. I left my heart in yesterday, where you held me through the rain, where your voice was still a promise, and your touch erased the pain. I know today is calling me, but I can't find my way, 'cause I left my heart in yesterday. Your shadow follows me like truth that time can't wash away. I try to live inside the present, but my soul drifts where you stay. Every sunrise feels unfinished, every night still calls your name. And even though I breathe the future, the past burns just the same. I keep telling myself gently that love can't always stay, but memories hold tighter than the words we couldn't say. I left my heart in yesterday, where your smile still found my eyes, where our dreams were never fragile, where goodbye felt like a lie. I know tomorrow needs me, but I keep slipping anyway, 'cause I left my heart in yesterday. Maybe someday I'll wake up and the world will feel brand new. Maybe time will show the places where my soul still clings to you. But tonight I'm holding pieces of a love that couldn't stay, living half inside tomorrow and half in yesterday. I left my heart in yesterday, in the warmth you used to give, and I'm trying hard to find the strength to learn how to really live, but the truth won't fade away. I'm still lost where we once lay, 'cause I left my
in yesterday. You left the house so quietly, no anger in your stride, just a whisper in the doorway, like you'd already said goodbye. I watched your shadow fade away down a hallway built for two. But the moment that you closed the door, I felt the light you left still bloom. I try to let the darkness fall, try to dim what used to be, but love has ways of staying lit, even when it goes unseen. Love left a light I can't turn off, a flicker burning soft. Even though you slipped away, your warmth won't fade or wash. I try to close the shutters, but the glow breaks through the cloth. Yeah, love left a light I can't turn off. I change the sheets and paint the walls, pretend I'm moving on, but every corner of this room still remembers where we shone. Your laughter left an afterglow, your touch left fingerprints of fire, and though the flame is gone from you, it still burns through my desire. I'm trying to find a switch to kill the hope you left behind, but love don't fade in darkness, it lives inside the mind. Love left a light I can't turn off, a fire that's small but tough. It shines in every memory, in every quiet hush. I try to walk away from it, but the glow is more than enough, 'cause love left a light I can't turn off. Hey, maybe someday the dawn will come and dim this flame you made. Maybe someone new will teach my heart where healing starts to fade. But for now, the glow you left still guides me through the dark, a gentle kiss that lingers in the corners of my heart. Love left a light I can't turn off, no matter what I've lost. It flickers in the lonely nights, a memory built across. And even though you're gone for good, your warmth still feels enough. Your love left a light, a tender light I can't turn on.
You've been gone for months, maybe longer, but you still show up at night, in the spaces between breathing, when my heart don't need the light. You walk through every memory like you never walked away. forgiveness, then disappear like you're in pain. And I wake up reaching for you like a habit I can't break. But the bed stays cold and honest, and the morning makes me ache. You said time would make it easy, said the hurt would slowly fade, but you left a piece of heaven in the dreams we used to make. 'Cause you left your echo in my dreams when nothing's as it seems. I still feel your heartbeat near me, even though you're out of reach. You're gone but still returning every night behind the scenes. Yeah, you left your echo in my dreams. Maybe dreams are just reminders of the things we couldn't fix. Somewhere soft where we're still whole, where love doesn't contradict. But waking up without you feels like losing you again. 1,000 tiny breakings that my heart can't comprehend. You left your echo in my dreams where your soul still calls to me. And even though you're far away, you visit where my mind is free. Someday maybe sleep will learn to forget what loving means. But for now you'll live in the echo. And in my dreams,
I felt you drifting in December, heard it in the way you said my name. Your touch was barely reaching me, your eyes stopped burning with the flame. I tried to pull you closer slowly, tried to spark the love we knew, but every time I reached for you, my hands fell right through. You didn't leave in footsteps, you left in little ways. You slipped out of my heartbeat before you slipped away. Now I'm holding on with empty fingers, gripping shadows of your soul, trying not to lose the pieces of the love I can't control. You were fading long before you ever called it quits or lingered. Yeah, I'm learning how to let go while holding on with empty fingers. I still trace the shape you left here on the pillow in the air. Love used to fill the quiet night, now the quiet isn't fair. I reach for what we used to be, but it slips right out of you. The hardest part of losing love is losing what felt true. I tried to meet you halfway, but you'd already crossed the line. The space between us grew while I pretended we were fine. Now I'm holding on with them fingers to a warmth that's grown too thin, to the ghost of how you touch me, to the world we live within. You were gone before I knew that your heart had turned a stranger. Still I kept on reaching blindly with these trembling, empty fingers. Maybe I loved harder than your heart was built to hold. Maybe you left softly so the breaking wouldn't feel so cold. But loving you in pieces hurts worse than losing you at once. I'm letting go in silence where our dreams collapse to dust. I'm still holding on with empty fingers, but I know I'll soon unbind. 'Cause loving someone who's already gone leaves your soul falling behind. I'll learn to breathe without the grip, without the weight that used to linger. But tonight I'm breaking softly, holding on with empty fingers.
You walked away so softly, didn't look me in the eyes. Like leaving wasn't something that could break me from inside. You whispered something quiet, but it never sounded true. And the hardest part of losing us was losing all of you. I was standing in the doorway, waiting for a sign to stay, but all you left was silence where your love used to lay. Your goodbye didn't know my name, didn't speak it, didn't shake. It walked out like a stranger who forgot the heart they'd break. You didn't say I'm sorry, didn't say who held the blame. Yeah, your goodbye felt so distant. It didn't know my name. We used to say forever, used to breathe the same soft air. But forever turned to never while I watched you disappear. You didn't call me baby, didn't say my name at all. Just stepped into the shadows like our love meant something small. Maybe endings come like the quiet footsteps in the night, but it hurts to know you left me like I wasn't worth the fight. Your goodbye didn't know my name, didn't tremble, didn't change. It walked out with no hesitation, left my world rearranged. You didn't speak the memories, didn't try to soften